You don't have to be a therapist.
All right, collective. We don't need to be a clinician, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, clergy to know when we're dealing with abusers and toxic types of people. I want to share this because it's based on a comment that I got earlier on a live. And for those of you that have been the targets and the receivers of a lot of abusive types of energies, whether they are clinically diagnosed to have narcissism, whether they're clinically identified as sociopathic or psychopathic or not, I just want to set you all free in your mind because that's a part of the nature of abuse to cause you to question your reality. What I am inviting you all to do is to continue your healing and continue to do your due diligence. We shouldn't be just automatically taking the information from anyone, including therapists, psychiatrists, clergy, and anyone else, okay? Because they are serving as somebody who's gathered information, studied, and taken some tests. Some of them may or may not have personal, practical experience with dealing with abusers head on. Okay, so we have to take everything with a grain of salt. And once upon a time, there was no professional background. They got that information from somewhere. These things had to be cultivated and developed over time. But how did the people deal with these things when these things were not in place? Because these things existed prior to having all of these professional clinical things. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not displacing any of that. I'm simply saying we don't need that. That's a part of the crazy making, gaslighting, and triangulation, especially for toxic types and abusers who do not wish to be held accountable for how they have treated people. So understand that that's not something you need. And then also understand that you don't need to spend the rest of your days trying to convince unconvincible people that that's what took place. The priority is your healing, your health and your well-being, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, and that of your children, and getting yourself in a position in life to make sure that you're guarding that and understand that you have a right to a healthy life. And people that are hell-bent on holding on to toxic types will not understand that. And for that reason, in some cases as a byproduct, they get cut off too. So understand, you don't need to be a therapist to know you're dealing with somebody that's an abuser and fucked up.